Hey there, welcome to Storytelling with Let Love Rise. My name is Andrea Blythe, creator of Let Love Rise, where I help people find joy in the journey after grief and loss, particularly divorced women, to reconnect to themselves after, the world has been rocked upside down. That is my story, and I share it all through some writing that I share on Let Love Rise. And today I just posted my journey to joy after divorce, 3 essential lessons. And I'm going to read it for you here today. So welcome. Go ahead and grab a cup of tea and get comfy as you listen to this story, or perhaps pop in the earbuds, take a walk, drive around town, whatever you need to do. My eyes are going to be cast downwards here on the screen. So this is more of an audible experience rather than a visual one. For the visual images that accompany this, please visit the blog letloverise.com. And let's go ahead and get started. July 7th, my journey back to joy after divorce, 3 essential lessons. It's been 5 years since the ground beneath my family's feet began to shake. We're Californians by birth, so we were used to a little shake and rumble here and there. But then, in July of 2019, the foundation of our family cracked, just like the streets of San Francisco in the Great Quake of 1906. Over time, the iconic streets were repaired, but the crack in our family grew and grew until finally, in March of 2020, it split our family in 2. The wise mystic Rumi said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." And let me just say, there's been a lot of space for light to enter me these past 5 years. My journey back to joy has taught me how to rise up from the rubble, even stronger than before. Just like a wound on the skin, my heart has mended in the same way, stronger than before, with a scar to signify my resilience. On this Independence Day weekend, I want to share with you 3 essential lessons I learned on my journey back to joy after divorce, with the hope that they can serve you on yours. The lessons: my number 1 secret to reclaiming your resilience. 2, how to amplify your self-love when your self-worth is depleted. And 3, removing the biggest obstacle that prevents you from living the life of your dreams. Photo. So here we go with lesson number 1, my secret to reclaiming your resilience. Gratitude. It seems so simple, and yet gratitude is one of the greatest masteries of the mind. When we can view our life circumstances, whatever they are, and find appreciation for what is good, we focus our thoughts on that good feeling. You see, our thoughts become our reality. We are constantly creating the life in which we live. What is happening to you today is the direct result of your previous thoughts and belief. Now, that can be a tough pill to swallow when you're knee deep in the rubble of your life. When my lifelong friend and husband of 20 years and I were uncoupling in that summer of 2020, I would take long walks around the neighborhood and look for the good. In fact, I wrote a post about that time in my life when I was conscientiously turning my divorce fury into gratitude. It's called Look for the Good. So here's a little snippet from it. It says, "It was springtime and the flowers were blooming and the birds were singing. They didn't have a care in the world about coronavirus or divorce. They were just happy in the moment, singing their ode to the beauty of the world. Sometimes it was the sun on my face. Sometimes it was sidewalk chalk messages. Sometimes it was seeing a family play ball together in their front yard. Sometimes it was seeing friends socially distanced on a porch, sharing a glass of wine. Sometimes it was going to the water. Sometimes it was rainbows from the porch of my apartment. There is always beauty out there if we're willing to look for it." Starting a gratitude practice. I'm just looking for my gratitude journal. There it is. Excuse me. Starting a gratitude practice can be Quite simple and profoundly beneficial. If you haven't done it before, find a little notebook. This one is actually a gratitude book, but I've had many throughout the course of my lifetime that could be anything from a spiral notebook to something dedicated, something that you find beautiful. But it's just a notebook where you can write down 3 things each day that you're grateful for. Simple joys, really. And if you do this for 21 days, you'll set it up as a habit. The bonus gift that comes with a gratitude practice is that when you're experiencing a tough day, you can open it up and lift your spirits by reading about your pleasures of the past. Yeah. The gratitude will start to fill your wound with light. And the best part is the universe will respond to all that you're grateful for by giving you more things to be grateful for. It's how the universe works. And I'm grateful that I don't have to understand how it all works in order to receive the benefits. So how about you? I have an affirmation for this lesson, and it is simply this. The affirmation for resilience is, I attract all that is good. I attract all that is good. Lesson 2, how to amplify your self-love when your self-worth is depleted. I could also title this lesson, how to remember who the fuck you are when you gave every ounce of your power away, but I thought that might offend people. You know, the ones who didn't give away all their power. So how do you remember who you are and amplify self-love when you feel so small? Turn within. Reach for the slightly better feeling. We are taught to search for gold stars and affirmation from outside of ourselves when the true power of love comes from within. You might be wondering, okay, that's cute, but how the heck do you do that? Well, our human bodies have been created with this incredible guidance system built right in, kind of like an inner GPS. It's called our emotions. The way to activate your inner GPS is by reaching for the slightly better feeling at every fork in the road. So let's say it's the 4th of July and you're spending your first Independence Day as a divorced woman and your kids are with your ex. You're totally alone and none of your former friends have invited you to their family barbecue because, well, maybe they're afraid that they'll catch the divorce virus. This is a purely hypothetical situation. So now you're at a fork in the road with a decision to make. What is the better reaching feeling? A, staying home with your pet and watching fireworks on TV from your couch with pajamas, popcorn, and a favorite beverage in hand. B, pushing yourself out of your cocoon of solitude and packing a picnic to bring to a local viewing spot where you can take in the fireworks solo. C, putting on some tunes and cooking up a masterpiece of your favorite foods while your dog wonders why you're dancing, laughing, and crying in your kitchen all at once. And then maybe lighting a sparkler or two to remind yourself of your inner light. The only person who holds the answer to the hypothetical situation above is you. Because only you know how those 3 scenarios feel inside your body. Which option feels the best in the moment of your decision making? Choose that option. That's how you tune into your emotions and what is best for you. When you start making decisions about the direction of your life that feel good, you're learning to love the decision maker inside of you. Your authentic voice starts to emerge and you'll desire more and more of that good feeling. And before you know it, you're not only totally in love with yourself, but your belief in your decision making skyrockets alongside your self-worth. And who knows, maybe next year when a similar situation presents itself, you'll choose to cha-cha from the mountaintops of Peru. Only you know what feels good inside your body. So allow your incredible emotional body to guide your choices. And before you know it, your self-love will amplify along with your self-worth because you are in the driver's seat of your life. And turns out you're a damn good driver. So your affirmation for amplifying self-love is, I look within to find my treasures. I look within to find my treasures. This is a perfect time for a musical interlude from Jason Mraz, who will sing to you about the things that feel good to you, you know, like roller skate dancing and coveralls. So the video, I'm going to sneeze, is, excuse me, is embedded here in this Feel Good Too. It's a fun video to watch. If you haven't seen Jason Mraz roller skate and dance and sing all at the same time, it's in the post on Let Love Rise. And here we go. Lesson number 3, how to remove the biggest obstacle that prevents you from living the life you deserve and desire. This lesson is an active lesson in my orb right now. It continues to come back. And so here we go. Lesson 3. And now the obstacle, you surrender. That's right. After the gratitude and turning into your inner guidance and into your inner GPS, you must detach from hanging your hat, your happiness hat, on a particular outcome. Instead, allow the universe to show you something or someone even better than you could imagine. Now, if you're anything like me, the word surrender feels like a weakness. It conjures up images of white flags in the fetal position, you know, like the one that you'll find me in the event of a zombie apocalypse. But the surrender I'm talking about here is that sweet surrender of knowing that you've done your part. And now it's time for the universe to fill in the gaps. Not too long ago, I was planning a retreat that wasn't filling, and my emotional body signaled to me that it was out of alignment. I was frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, upset, and my self-doubt exploded like fireworks on the 4th of July. I developed plantar fasciitis and was bedridden, like literally unable to move forward. And during that time, I was forced into a surrender, and it was in that stillness that I heard that voice from within telling me that it was time to let go of the way that I thought that the retreat would go. I needed to surrender to a bigger vision, one that I had never even imagined. So it was time for me to reach for a better feeling, right? From the overwhelmed, frustrated, confused, angry. And so I did. And in that process, well, it's described in great detail in my story here called Magi Wisdom, how to get in the flow. Like, as you can see, I am a mermaid. I'm even wearing my mountain mermaid shirt today. I am a mermaid spirit. And the beautiful mermaid goddess Umoja came to me and taught me a lesson about going with the flow. So the Cliff Notes version to Magi Wisdom is this. We were created to live a life of joy. Happiness is our natural state of being. But I wasn't creating the retreat out of that state of joy. I had thrown stress and expectations into the mix. And as soon as I let go of how I thought the retreat should be and released my own pressure valve of perfectionism, a whole new opportunity presented itself. And it was one that was even better than I had ever imagined. So the affirmation for surrender is, I boldly create the life that I love. So our job is to create. I boldly create the life that I love, the things that fill us up, the desires, the dreams that are inside us, especially right now. This is the weekend of the new moon in Cancer, and the dreams that are inside of us, we have the joy and almost the obligation to create from that space, to create the life that you love. But we have got to surrender the outcome. We have got to let go and give the universe the opportunity to fill in the gaps, to take care of the how and the when and the who and all the details. So we create from a place of joy and then release and let go and surrender. So like I said, actively still in my sphere and in my world. So I am boldly creating a life that I love. That's your affirmation. So what now? So now here we are at the onset of summer of 2024, and I have no idea what adventures, encounters, and opportunities lay before me, but I do know that I will venture into the unknown with the lessons of the past 5 summers in my spiritual tool belt. First, I will turn my thoughts to the sweetness of my life exactly as it is. Gratitude. Then I will choose the options that feel good from deep within my self-knowing. I will amplify my self-love. And finally, I'll detach from expectations of how I think things should go. I will remove the obstacle and allow the universe to fill in those gaps. Our greatest challenges become our greatest teachers, and I'm grateful for all that I've learned on my journey back to joy. One of the bonus lessons I'm learning is that it's possible to ask for gentler lessons. And so nowadays I do so every day. If you are ready to make your own journey back to joy, I have great news for you. This summer, I'm offering Let Love Rise membership options that help move people from fear, overwhelm, and worry to courage, inner peace, and freedom. So check out the Mystical Moon membership options. Choose the one that best suits you. Hint, refer to lesson number 2 and choose the option that feels good from deep within. You've got this. Give thanks. Turn within. Release expectations. And watch miracles unfold. Namaste. So the Mystical Moon memberships that I mentioned here in this post are kicking off on July 8th. And everybody who hears this is invited to join me for free on Monday, July 8th to partake in our class on the Magi. So many of you have heard about this ancient system of cards that is really a prophetic calendar, and it helps us to understand who we are and how we were designed to be in this human body. And so it is astrologically based. It looks to the universal wisdom of the universe to give us insight and guide points on how to make the most out of the obstacles that come our way, because they're gonna come. The waves come, and they can either crash over you or you can learn how to ride them. Myself, I'm enjoying the experience of learning how to ride the wave instead of being crashed underneath it. And so the Magi really offer support. So on Monday, July 8th, we are going to be talking about the kings. And the king is our inner leader. It is the master, it's the master. So we'll be discussing that and what it means if you are a king of hearts, king of clubs, king of diamonds, king of spades, or if you have a period in your annual spread that is represented by one of those kings, and how to best use that energy for yourself. So once again, I invite you to join me for that journey for free on Monday, July 8th. And then there will be details about how you can join the rest of the summer journey as we work through from the kings right on down to the aces in the course of this summer of 2024. So I hope to see you there. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me an email. You could reach me at AndreaBlythe@letloverise.com, and I would love to help support and guide you on your journey back to joy. Thanks for being here. Namaste.